And welcome, heels and baby faces, to another episode of Rob is War. I know it's been a while, but I am the Rob, and this is the Murph.
I am the Murph, and today we're talking about, well, first of all, welcome to 2022. Yes, I know we're kind of late. It happens, life. But on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the WrestleKingdom. There are three parts of it this year.
Yeah, it was very epic. I think you had from you had January 5th, and then you had the January 6th, and then the part 3 one was January 8th,
Yeah,
which was like a inter-promotional thing which they had with
Noah.
one of their top promotions in Japan, Noah Wrestling. uh you know and it's funny how, like I said, getting started, I've already bouched our intro already. you know
It
just
happened.
putting that out there. We're already nothing has changed, I guess. Everything, we're still bouching here. It's still it's still wrestling. We still do what we
Oh,
want. we
yeah.
still we still talk about everything and anything wrestling. Nothing is left on the table. Everything is digested raw.
Oh, yeah.
So me and Murph here decided that we would watch all three nights of Wrestle Kingdom, and I mean that was about what, 15 hours or something like that, because
Total.
you had like you about 5 hours the first night, 5 hours second night, and then you had about 5 more hours this third night. Um, so the first night was January 5th, like I said.
Fourth. It was the fourth.
It was the fourth. Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah. January 4th and 5th.
Oh, so
And then I think Noah versus Noah was on the 8th.
on the 8th. Well, see, it's weird because with these some of these cards, when I looked them up, like I think the other time I looked it up, it had said like uh the third or something like that. I don't know. All
Yeah,
the times were very off. That's all I know from that.
yeah.
Huh. Okay, so it was the fourth. Yeah, you're right. It was. See, and there I go, vouching everything up again. Yeah,
That's why you have me.
yeah. Sober 2022 Al.
Water.
Eh,
What can I say? He
vodka.
thinks it's vodka, but it's really just water. So listen,
so
to this guy. He's
so
just mad because he doesn't have a vodka or anything. So yeah.
well, not yet. But since you've said about these 3 nights, and yes, you're right. Even though Rob still knows all, you're right. Uh, it was January 4th, and it was in the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan, of course. Which
Yeah,
one day me and Murph will eventually go.
that'd be awesome to do a podcast there.
Uh, but with that being said, it started with the pre-show matches. It started with it's called the New Japan Rambo. The final four will qualify for the Fatal 4-Way KOPW 2022 Provisional Championship match. I think I remember this one. Uh, to run down the participants was Chase Owens, Aaron Henare, uh, Fujita, Nakashima, Oiwa. Excuse me if I mess up all this stuff because I'm not Japanese, I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
Master Wato, Hiroyoshi Tenzan, Suzuki, Kojima, Michinoku.
Taka Michinoku.
Yeah, a
That
legend
was
too.
awesome.
Yeah, Sema Honma,
Homa?
Doki, Nagata, the Blue Justice, Nagata, the legend, Kanimaru, Makabe, Balak Fale, Fujinami, and Yano.
Yeah, I know. I was really hoping he'll do the hardcore Yano part,
Yeah,
but it's fun.
because I
Still
remember
fun.
I was telling you that I was watching a match with that's funny that you're saying that because this KOPW uh this little battle royal that they were about to have, right? This KOPW thing was, I think the current champion was Chase Owens. I believe Yano was like the longest KOPW. Like he's the one.
Yeah.
It's almost like R Truth being the 24/7 champion,
Yeah.
basically. Yano's the king. Uh, so that's the reason why I was telling you that they had this. They finally had this no disqualification hardcore match before the things that led up to this Wrestle
Yeah.
Kingdom, and like I was telling you, they I guess hardcore Yano came out and it wasn't all cuddly Yano.
Yeah.
So yeah, um, I thought the match was awesome. I think I remember telling
Yeah.
you. I think I remember telling you if you knew who Hinari was, and you
Yeah,
didn't,
I didn't.
and you didn't. Um, but he's now with the Will Ospreay's United Empire faction. I think I remembered Strong Hearts was Sema. I don't think you remembered them, but
No.
they were basically in the first ever AEW's Fighter Fest pay per view.
Oh, nice.
They were in there. The Strong Hearts. I think that they. I remember the SEMA facing I think Omega once. So
Oh
he's a legend in his own right. I think
yeah.
that guy comes from Dragon Gate. Um.
It was a
So
fun match though. I really did enjoy it.
yeah, it was a dude. It was an epic match.
Yeah, yeah.
So with that being said, I'll go down the orders of eliminations. Uh, we had Fujita, who was eliminated by Suzuki via a submission. I remember this one
Suzuki.
too. Thinking about that when I just said that via submission. Um, that's what I liked about this one. It was almost like it was a battle Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Like you could pin him, you could submit him, but you could also throw him over the rope too. So I thought it was
yeah.
pretty cool. So Suzuki eliminated Fujita with a heel hook submission, and then again Suzuki eliminates Nakashima with a Kimuru lock, another submission. So that's already here we go again. Number three, Suzuki again
Suzuki's the
eliminates
shit, dude. Suzuki,
eliminates
bro.
Oiwa with a submission, a sleeper hold. So he's already eliminated
He was
three
not
people.
playing around.
He was not playing around. He already eliminated three people with three different submissions: a heel hook, a Kimura lock, and a sleeper hold. Uh, then we had Sema eliminate Taka Michinoku um, via pinfall, a Meteora pinfall, and then we had after that again Sema. He, I mean, he's already catching up to Suzuki. It seems like here.
Yeah.
Sema eliminates Master Wato via over the top rope elimination. Then you got Kanemaru eliminating Tenzan via pinfall roll up. You had again, or Nagata eliminated Kojima. Oh wow! Here's a big one. I think it was like okay. Kojima was eliminated by Nagata, Kanmaru, and Doki. Yeah,
Dang, all
it
three
was
of them.
it was a via pinfall and it was a triple cover. They all three pinned this guy. And then Doki was eliminated by Bad Luck Fale via over the top rope elimination. Yoshin, man, these names are crazy, man.
Yeah.
This is Kanemaru was eliminated by Bad Luck Fale over the top rope elimination. Hanma was eliminated by again Bad Luck Fale over the top. But see, no one has pausing there. No one still. Everyone. It seems like Bad Luck Fale and it seems like Sema all have two eliminations, but they still haven't beat Suzuki with those
Yeah.
three. So keep that in mind. But then here we go. See, Bad Luck Fale gets eliminated
The ties
by
for
Makabe.
Suzuki.
No, he doesn't
Oh
tie.
no,
He
my
got
bad.
eliminated.
Yeah, my
He
bad.
got eliminated by Makabe.
My phone going crazy. Botched.
He's going crazy and he's not drunk. And then we
I
had
wish.
Hinari was eliminated by Yano over the top. Makabe was eliminated by Chase Owens and Yano via pinfall. That was a double cover. And then, well, that's it right there. We now have what I was telling you earlier, that this match will. It's basically it's a like after they've eliminated everybody and it comes down to four. After those four, now we're gonna determine what happens on night two. So the winners of this big old rumble was Yano, Suzuki, Owens, and Sema. So they're basically gonna have a fatal four way come night two on the 5th,
Yeah.
where it's gonna be Yano versus Suzuki versus Owens versus Sema for that KOPW uh 2022 provisional championship. And for those, like I said, who don't know what the KOPW thing is, it's basically just it stands for King of Pro Wrestling. It's basically like their King of the Ring, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Except it's well, actually, wasn't no King of the Ring was King of the Ring. You won a crown with this KOPW King of Pro Wrestling thing. You win like this cool trophy,
Yeah.
and I think you could defend it too. I believe, and I think that's what I love about New Japan is like they on top of their belts, they also have these trophies and stuff that you could even
Yeah.
defend. So yeah, that was an epic match for sure.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Then we got into our first match. So I guess we only had that one pre-show battle royal
Yeah.
to determine that. So we get into our first match and we got Show, a first ever single show because he used to be tag team partner with the guy he's facing on this one, Yo. So we got so we got Show versus Yo, who used to be
That
Roppongi 3K. So, but Show
was a
came,
good match.
yeah, it was a very good match. It starts
Both
off.
impressed me because that was my first time. Well, no, they were. I don't know if they were on any other promotion thing, but that's the first time that I remember seeing them.
Well, well, that's where I'm gonna correct you right there because we've actually have seen them. We've seen them as Roppongi 3K when they were the tag team with the Rocky Romero.
I don't remember. Yeah, my memory sucks
Yeah, man.
on this stuff.
They were baby faces though, and they were Roppongi 3K.
Oh,
Roppongi, and freaking Rocky Romero would come out. He rapped the theme song and everything, so he was their manager basically because um Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta were Roppongi Vice, who is reuniting. I think this upcoming Dynamite of
yeah.
AEW. So Roppongi Vice is reuniting once again to face the Young Bucks, who they faced at I think it was 3 or 4 years ago at WrestleKingdom. Now that
Oh,
we're on the
nice.
thing of WrestleKingdom, so segueing into that.
That's
Anyways,
badass.
anyways, So Roppongi was, Rocky Romero was managing Show and Yo as Roppongi 3K, and where the Roppongi thing obviously comes from. I think it's a restaurant or something that's famous in Japan. That's called Roppongi, and that's where they would always hang out. So that's where the whole thing comes from. But yeah, anyways, the whole match was awesome.
Oh
Like you
yeah,
said, now we saw a babyface Yo, but I was telling you about now we have heel bad guy Show in this black jacket,
yeah.
and he was just, man, he was just over the top, man. I remember that he was
He's
he was, man,
with
he was crazy.
Evo's faction, right? Or the
He's part of
Bullet
the
Club
bullet.
or
He's part
something.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
He's part of the Bullet Club now. Oh yeah, he's part of, yeah, what you just said. Well, it's like a little. I don't know. It's like a little. You know how you had the NWO, but then you had the NWO red and black, and the white and black, and the silver and black, and
yeah, yeah,
you had these little branches of the actual main branch. So
yeah,
it's still part of the Bullet Club, but they're called the House of Torture, in which Evil is leading that whole thing.
yeah,
Which is, yeah, it's pretty cool though. I like it, for sure. Um, but yeah, it was a great match. A lot of drop kicks. Yo lands a somersault plancha on the ramp. You know,
yeah.
Show shoves one of the ringside attendants into Yo. So Show was doing all the heel stuff that he was.
Oh
He was
yeah,
playing the heel great, but obviously the winner of this thing has to go to Yo.
yeah,
And what's cool about this too is, like, if you really think about it, I'm pretty sure, like, behind the scenes they're still brothers and shit. So it's kind of cool, like they used to be a tag team, but now one's the bad guy, one's the good. How
yeah,
tag teams always disperse
yeah,
and they become
yeah,
enemies and stuff like that. So, but I also
yeah,
think it's cool that Show put over Yo.
yeah.
He did
Show
the heel.
put over yo.
He did the he
Show
did
yo.
the he did the heel thing, and he still got his moves in there.
Yeah,
But ultimately, Yo wins via pinfall.
that was a good match.
Yeah,
That was
great
good.
match. Yeah, hell yeah. Second match uh was a six-man tag team match.
My brother's
Yeah.
favorite matches. He's gonna love this one. I'm
Who
just fucking with you, bro.
who I love six-man.
No, my brother Larry loves tag team matches because it's all he books is tag team matches. So I pick on him about it. He doesn't like it.
And he puts everyone against the Undertaker.
At that part, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
I know, but who is the one that would always on SmackDown always be booking tag team matches, or if you did them wrong, you'd face the Undertaker.
Teddy Long.
There we go, right there.
Teddy Long is awesome.
Hell yeah. So moving on, second match, we had the six-man tag team match. We had Tanahashi, and we're getting a preview here, I think, because obviously every
Yeah.
time you get these six-man matches before, you know, you get these six-man matches, is basically what I like about the those matches here in Japan, is that you get the previews of what kind of rivals are going to be coming out of this stuff. So
Yeah.
so you had Tanahashi, one of the mega coaches, Taguchi and Rocky Romero versus Bullet Club, Kenta, El Fantasmo, and Taja Ishimori in a six-man tag match. What do you remember about that, Al? I remember Phantasmo always being entertaining as hell. I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, just the those
Kenta just being awesome.
and just like El Phantasmo walking the ropes the way he does.
Yeah.
Like, I know the Undertaker obviously is infamous by it, but like Phantasmo like took it up another notch, where he does these weird things with his legs, where he
Yeah.
flips back and forth on top of the ropes, walks it, and goes basically on every single corner mostly,
Yeah.
while still walking the rope. So like
Yeah.
El
That dude was
Phantasmo,
awesome.
Yeah, man, and El Fantasmo I've been following since What Culture Pro Wrestling WCPW, which was a British promotion that eventually turned into Defiant Wrestling, and that's where I remember him from.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to see, like, to see how much he's evolved, you know. And then, and then what you just said, anytime you have someone as entertaining as El Fantasmo and Kenta, who
Yeah.
some of you in the WWE realm may know as Hideo Watami,
Yeah.
um, he's just great, man.
Oh yeah, he's getting a better run in New Japan.
Oh, way
Most
better run than
definitely.
I know. It's just, it's sad too, but yeah, this overall this match was awesome, and
Oh
then
yeah.
especially uh with the mega coaches and Taguchi always doing his hip attacks. You know,
Yeah.
those hip attacks are something else.
Yeah.
Um, Rocky Romero has this signature thing called the Forever Clotheslines, where he goes back and forth and hits you with the clotheslines in the corner. So they basically did that where they Taguchi drops Ishimori with the hip attack, and then the mega coaches clear the ring, and then you had forever clotheslines and hip attacks, and something called stereo hip attack. So there was a bunch of that until Kenta ends up coming into the ring and punches Romero.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah, overall the match was awesome, and the winner of this thing was Kenta, El Fantasmo, and Ishimori via disqualification.
Yeah.
I
Oh
remember.
yeah, cause
That's
oh
right.
yeah, cause
Yeah,
they kept
because
on attacking Tanahashi.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is going back to what I was saying about here. We are getting a preview because I think night two is gonna be Tanahashi
Tanahashi
versus Kenta.
versus Kenta.
Yep. So finally, I think Kenta got under Tanahashi's how do you say, Tanahashi's skin,
Yeah.
and Tanahashi just exploded. He had enough.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're getting, because someone like Tanahashi never does this.
Yeah.
You know, he's almost like, I don't want to say he's all American because he's not American at all,
Yeah.
but he's all Japanese.
Yeah.
He was referred to as the John Cena of New Japan.
But better.
Way better,
And
way better,
more entertaining.
way more
To watch.
entertaining. So go Ace.
Go Ace.
So the third match, getting into it because man, we have a lot to cover here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to be brief with this. We're gonna try to talk about what we remember because,
Yeah.
like I said, we yeah, it's kind of hard to remember, but thank thank goodness for sources and Wikipedia stuff.
Yeah.
So the third match was Naito, Snada, and Bushi. So we got Los Ingubernables de Japón versus United Empire, and it's in Al's favorite match, another six man versus
My brothers.
oh yeah, yeah, Murph Larry, Murph Larry.
Yeah, Murph Larry. Murphy
So
Larry. He
that's what
don't get the Murph. I do. Oh.
well, yeah, we're just gonna call him Crazy Larry.
Yeah,
So
Crazy Larry.
so we had Naito, Sonata, and Bushi versus United Empire, which is Will Ospreay's faction. Will Ospreay, Jeff Cobb, and the Great Okan with with Aaron Hanari in their corner.
Alright.
Uh, well, what I remember is that the United Empire ends up attacking Lij before the ring, before the bell rings. So that's how the
Yeah.
match basically starts. Is the Empire gets the upper hand
Yeah.
right at the start, and then classic heel move, obviously. um,
And Will Ospreay was in it, right? Right? Yeah.
yeah, Will Ospreay was in
Yeah.
this match.
The champion. Yeah.
Yep, United Empire attacks Lij before the bell rings. Naito reverses out of the Irish whip from Cobb. Cobb denies the deep arm drag. Naito with an inverted atomic drop. Naito serves Cobb to the corner. Naito again with the corner drop kick. So it's all been Naito in this match.
Yeah.
You know, up until Cobb catches Naito in midair
Woo.
and drives Naito back first into the turnbuckle pad.
They set up Cobb and Naito for night two.
Basically, because like if you know the patterns here, we're basically getting Naito and Cobb through here.
Yeah.
Um, up until Cobb gets a cocky cover, and then Khan comes in and stands in Naito's face, and then Naito grabs Khan's braids, and Khan drives his knee into the midsection of Naito. So Naito he was getting beat up pretty much a
Oh,
lot. I also remember in this match. Now that come to think about it, rarely they rarely would tag Osprey in.
yeah. Yeah, because Osprey wanted to be fresh for night two.
Right.
Kill Osprey, gotta love it.
Dude, yeah, it was an epic match. And again, like you said, Osprey being, I mean, I'm really loving. I don't know about you, Al, but I'm really loving Will Osprey's run.
Oh yeah, same.
I mean, I've always been a big fan of Will Osprey. I mean, I put him up there along with someone like Ricochet, uh, even Ray Phoenix as like the top high flyers, cruiserweights, whatever you want to call them, hybrids
Yeah,
of like in wrestling of all time, like in the world.
yeah.
I would put
They're
them
fucking
them up
awesome.
there. Uh, yeah, they're awesome. And of course, the United Empire ends up getting the win via pinfall.
Hmm.
Yep. Um, Khan nails Bushi with the pump kick. Osprey goes for the Stormbreaker, but Bushi lands back on his feet. Uh, Bushi with the forearm smash. Osprey with a pop up power bomb for a 2 count, and then that's when Osprey connects with what he calls the hidden blade and wins the match.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too, but I didn't know until now what his that move was called.
Yeah,
So that's pretty cool, the hidden blade. So moving on, the fourth match we got Shibata, which I remember telling you about. Like he's seems to be he seems to be like this legend in New Japan,
yeah,
and also seems to is a coach for the Los Angeles Dojo division of Japan, which is obviously um, every young lion before you start in New
yeah,
Japan, you have to go through this young lion system. So you go through the dojos,
yeah.
and Shibata is the one that's in charge for the LA dojo young lions. So with that being said, this is basically a teacher versus student match. It's Shibata versus upcomer Ren Narita.
Yes,
And I remember Ren Narita. I remember Ren Narita being in the class with Carl Fredericks and what's his name? I think his name is Clark Connor. Um, forgot there was another one. I remember there was two other ones. But anyways, he was part of that class, and now
yeah.
I think he's transitioning from the young lineup to now being part of the main roster.
That's pretty awesome.
So yeah, I remember the match being brutal,
Yeah, that was pretty good.
and
I
Shibata was
remember
like
it.
I said was just crazy, man.
Yeah, it was a fun match. That's definitely fun.
It was an epic match, but at the end of the day, Shibata, the teacher, gets the
Wins.
win. Yep, yep. Uh, Basically, Shibata hits him with the palm strike, applies a sleeper hold, and then Shibata connects with this thing called the PK to pick up the victory. So then yeah, then after that there was this whole that's when they went into the intermission deal.
Yeah,
So
to clean
getting
up
into
the ring and stuff.
yeah, yeah, they always do that, which is cool
Yeah,
about New Japan, is that they take the time to take a break, go get some popcorn, go pee, go do whatever you got to do.
that's why the show is 5 hours long, ladies
Yeah,
and gentlemen.
yeah, pretty much.
Because
But
you got a good 30, 45 minutes of chill time until it starts again.
yeah, but like again, it's pretty epic because they're treating it like people gotta people gotta understand that the Wrestle Kingdom is almost like WWE's WrestleMania,
Yeah,
and it's like it's like a Super Bowl in a way. So in a way, it's like you have the
halftime.
quarters, and that's halftime, and then we're getting right into the major matches now that are coming
Yeah,
up. And within that being said about the major matches, we're into our fifth match, which we got the Stone Pit Tomohiro Ishii versus Evil, and
that was good.
this was for the Never Open Weight Championship.
I love Evil. Evil is freaking awesome.
Dude, Evil's come a long way. Like
Oh yeah,
seeing him from, under Naito's wing.
yeah.
Uh,
Teaming with the Sonata, I remember that. They were a
yeah,
good tag team.
yes, very dude. Just in his entrance and his robe and
Yeah.
his sickle. The whole thing about Evil was just great, and to see
Oh
him
yeah.
evolve into what he's becoming now, and especially to be, I believe, is who was the never open weight champion in this match? I forget. I think it
I
was.
forget too.
Yeah, it was a Stone Pit. So the Stone Pit is going into this match as the champion against Evil. So here's an opportunity. Like I said, what we're just saying right now, we saw it. Excuse me. We saw it. We saw it on Wrestle Kingdom 16. Finally, Evil getting his big break, going after a championship. Well, actually, he already had got his big break right before this.
Yeah.
He
He
already
got the
had.
world title.
Yeah. So why am I saying he already got his
Yeah,
big break?
yeah,
He's basically just going for another championship.
yeah.
And the Never Open Weight Championship is a big title
New
um
Japan.
within New Japan. I think it's basically like their Intercontinental Championship
Yeah.
in a way, or their European title. If you want to go with the
Uh,
WWE references for the ones that don't really watch the New
well, they
Japan
had
stuff.
an intercontinental title before they merged it.
But I know, yeah,
So
but I
yeah,
know
they
that,
never will be like they're European, I guess you can
and
say.
and also that's why it's open weight. Like you can be
Yeah,
cruiserweight, heavyweight, middleweight. It don't really matter. You can go after
yeah.
this title. And I think, and then I also think you can also defend it in other promotions too.
Nice.
That's why it makes it open.
Yeah,
It's like a forbidden door title type of thing.
yeah.
Almost like what they're doing with the IWGP US title. So this match we get a new champion.
Evil.
So Evil becomes the new never open weight champion uh, via pinfall, and of course, Evil being evil
Evil.
has to do it in a evil uh, faction fashion. Why did I say
Cause
faction? Fashion.
we keep
So
botching Rob.
I
See.
keep vouching this whole damn thing. I don't care. It's Raw, damn it.
Yeah,
Rob is war.
it is
Um.
raw.
So the referee is distracted by Togo, and Evil nails Ishii with the title, and Evil connects with "Everything is evil." That's his finisher to pick up the victory, and thus we get a new never open
Champion.
weight champion in the sixth match. This is for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. And we got the champions, Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi, who is, I gotta say, how is
He's your
as
favorite?
he's getting there.
Mm.
He's getting there for
Yeah.
me. And Zack Sabre Jr. Man, again,
Zack
if
Sabre
you're
Jr. is awesome. Great submissionist, dude.
he is the greatest submission. I don't ever think I've ever seen another
Yeah.
wrestler like him. I
Yeah.
mean, geez, for real,
He's awesome.
like I remember seeing him in the that cruiserweight classics in WWE. Again, WWE
Yeah.
messing up with him. He could have had a bona fide star, and he was a bona fide star going into that too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, geez, dude, could you just imagine matches like with him versus like Drew Gulak, or him versus Pete Dunne, or the one we want to see obviously is Zack Sabre Jr. versus Brian Danielson.
Yeah. Brian
That needs to happen.
Danielson. Oh yeah.
So yeah, so we got the champions Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi versus, well, my favorite, Goto
Goto.
and Yoshihashi, the headhunter.
Yoshihashi's real good.
He's real good and so
Oh yeah.
underrated too. I believe for New
Definitely.
Japan. I feel like, yeah, he's very underrated. He's almost
Oh
like
yeah.
Chase Owens in a way where he makes the other wrestlers just look really good.
Oh yeah.
Just like fuck it, dude. He's great. Um, and I could go on and on and on about what happened in this match, but this is why we're just reviewing it, and
Yeah.
hopefully we're getting you intrigued. So you need to go watch it yourself
Mhm.
to see the epicness that we're talking about. And you still have time, and you can also still subscribe to New Japan World if you want to see that.
For 999 yen,
There you,
which in American is like $10.
well, there you go. So get your asses to subscribing so you can watch
Yeah.
all this epicness. I mean, this is the first time we're getting 3 nights because usually it's 2 nights.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're getting 3 nights on top of everything else that they do. All these tournaments, all
Yeah.
this stuff they do, it's hard to keep up with.
Yeah. So
Very,
much to
very,
keep up
very,
with.
very hard to keep with. I mean, if
Trying
you
to
would,
keep see see we thought keeping up with 3 nights of Wrestle Kingdom, but that's nothing compared to 19 nights of like the G1 climax. That's a whole different story.
that's a whole different story. That's a
19
whole,
fucking nights.
that's a whole different story, and you can also check out our previous episodes to hear the history of the G1
Yeah.
if you want. So, with that being said, with this match, we get new IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Hiroki
Goto and
Goto.
Yoshihashi.
So, I mean, I like the idea of Saber and Taichi being champions, but this is pretty cool that
Yeah.
Goto and Yoshihashi, like what we just said, Yoshihashi being an underrated,
Wrestler.
legend. He
Yeah.
is a legend already
In Japan,
in
shit.
Japan, but like I just feel like he's just so underrated, and finally he gets a title here. We're getting down to the nitty gritty of this because, like I said, we still have freaking 2 more nights. Jeez. Seventh match, we got El Desperado, who I was telling you is intrigued me a lot, and I think he intrigued you a lot too.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
For This is for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. We get the champion El Desperado versus Hiromu Takahashi, the ticking time bomb. Now,
Ticking time
the
bomb.
ticking time bomb. This match, dude, was just I think one of the highlights of night one.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, because if you want one of the like what we were talking about with the hybrids and the high flyers and stuff like that, this was just not only was it just high flying, but like it was very technical as well. And I also remember like Takahashi being in control of this whole match. Like he put El Desperado through the ringer in this match.
Oh yeah.
So damn, it was epic, man.
Epic shit. I enjoyed that match. It was good. It was really
Yeah,
good.
and like it was really really good. And like I was saying, Takahashi dominated this match, put El Desperado through the ringer, but still, your IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, El Desperado.
Oh, that's proud.
So, if anything else, I think this was a match to prove that I think El Desperado had won it, but this was it's almost like with Hangman, right, where he won the title.
Yeah,
But now it's time to prove if you're actually that champion.
yeah,
You know, it's one thing to win the belt from somebody, but it's another thing to see how long you can keep that title. You know, so
yeah,
and for sure, El Desperado to me proved his worth in this match, man. Because like I said, you had somebody like Takahashi who is one day gonna be a legend. And also he was on the verge. He almost retired because he had a he had just rec- had he had just recovered from a broken neck.
yeah.
Uh, it was during a Ring of Honor match that he had. I believe with I'm trying to figure out his name. It was they were part of the LIJ faction too. It was another Los Facción Ingubernables is what they were called in Ring of Honor,
Yeah.
which was basically like LIJ but just another branch.
Yeah.
Um, man, I'm trying. It was Dragon Lee. There you go. He faced Dragon Lee, and Dragon Lee went for like this weird. It was like a tiger plex or something like that, and ended up like breaking Takahashi's neck or something like that. So
Ooh.
so yeah, Takahashi had a career-ending match. It almost ended his
Yeah.
career, but
Yeah.
obviously,
You got
like I said,
lucky.
he came back and he really put on the performance of a
Oh yeah, you
lifetime.
did. Oh yeah, you did. Damn right. Yeah, you did really good.
And with
Good
that
match.
being said, Al, speaking of performance of a lifetime, we now have our main event. It's Shingo Takagi, who I've already told you, Al, is my favorite in New Japan. He's worked his ass off, honestly.
Yeah,
He's
he
the
has.
champion. He's going in there against obviously yeah, I guess you could
Kazuchika. What is it?
if um if Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania, I'm gonna say that Okada is
Is
Mr.
Mr. Wrestle
Wrestle
Kingdom.
Kingdom, you know?
Yeah, Mr. Wrestle Kingdom.
And I mean like he really is though.
Yeah.
Um and this is for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, which Takagi has. Like I said, he's the last dragon. He comes from Dragon Gate. He was also part of Los Ingobernables de Japón with Naito and Evil. And so that's what I'm saying. You got these bona fide stars coming out of LIJ. You know, with Evil, who's been champion and has beaten
Oh
Naito,
yeah.
and the same thing with Takagi over here. Except obviously Evil betrayed LIJ and converted himself into the Bullet Club.
I
Takagi, on the other hand, is still part of LIJ, so he's representing LIJ as the
guess.
champion here. And yeah, man, this whole match was just great. It started off with them doing wrist lock exchanges, and they were just filling out each other throughout the whole match at first, and then it started getting into the nitty gritty
Yeah.
of everything. Um, yeah, but overall was an epic match. Um, I mean, like we've said before, Okada has the best drop kick ever.
Yes, he does.
I mean,
Definitely.
for being like what 6'7" or something like that,
Yeah.
and to do a drop kick at that height that he
Yeah.
does it at, jeez, like yeah, no one, not even the smallest cruiserweight could beat his
Yeah.
drop kick. Hell no. Um, yeah,
Best
so
drop kick in all of pro wrestling.
yeah, dude, it's yeah, in all of pro wrestling, all time. Um, obviously well, not obviously because our viewers don't know this, but the winner of this match was Mr. Wrestle Kingdom himself,
Okada.
Okada, and
That was a good match. That
I
was
need
good.
I need to figure out how many championships that is for Okada. Would you know? Because
No, I
man,
don't.
I would figure that's up there.
Yeah.
I wanna know that honestly. How many? Well, how? I don't even know how to word that. How many? Um, maybe how many IWGP? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyways, that was. Yeah, I mean, he has to be up there
Oh yeah.
because every time we watch Wrestle Kingdom, he's either going after the title or he is the champion.
Yeah.
So I mean, he has to be up there. I don't know if he's like 16-time champion like Ric Flair or anything, but I would think he's up there though for sure.
Definitely.
So yeah, overall night one was good. What do you think, Al?
Night one. Oh yeah. Very good. And back to the title. Sixth time.
Barely,
Yeah.
man.
He's won three G1 climaxes.
Jeez, that's not that bad though.
Yeah.
And I think some of those G1s he's like again he's been championing those and still won them.
Yeah.
Like so it's gonna be interesting to see how long Okada could be doing this because to me
Yeah.
like I said guys like Okada and Tanahashi that's like the Undertaker and HBK right there at Wrestle
Yeah.
Kingdom. So
Definitely.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Guys, like now we have Will Osprey, who's now in the heavyweight contendership. We have
Yeah.
Evil now, and now we got Takagi. So it's gonna be pretty interesting.
Oh yeah.
And not to mention, Jay White is still around, even though he wasn't at this Wrestle Kingdom, but he still is around. So
Yeah.
I mean, New Japan yeah, man, they're in good hands, and they're starting
Oh
2022
yeah.
off with a
Um. What I liked is after the match, Will Osprey came out, did a little promo with Okada, and pretty much said he's fresh. You know what I mean? He did,
Oh yeah, I
he
forgot
didn't
about
have
that.
to do shit tonight. It was like I didn't have to do nothing
Yeah,
because he literally did nothing just because he could go into the match
yeah,
on night 200%.
that's what I'm saying. I forgot about that. I forgot that.
Will
Yeah,
Osprey, gotta
but
love it.
but remember, he was also, and we were calling him Hill Osprey
Yeah,
instead of Will Osprey. He was Hill Osprey, and he was doing that. And not only that, I remember because remember he didn't technically lose the title.
yeah, he
He
got
had to
hurt.
relinquish it because he got hurt. So here
Yeah.
we are, where Will Hill Osprey is saying, "I'm still the champion. That belt is not the
Yeah.
real one." Because I remember in this match um after Okada won, he was him still like looking toward the old belt, not the new one.
Yeah.
But I think he finally gave into it or something like that,
Yeah.
into the new
Something.
one. Yeah, that man, it was epic.
Oh yeah.
It was dang epic. So now we go into January 5th, night two of
Night two was
Wrestle
great.
Kingdom.
I want to
And
say the first match was. Oh wait,
well,
the pre-show, right?
we had
Yeah.
three pre-show matches this time.
Yeah.
So we had the first pre-show match: Nagata, Maccabi, Homa, Balak Fale, Guido, and Jado. And your favorite match, a six-man tag. So it was basically, yeah, it was a Bullet Club style match. And the winner of that one was Nagata, Maccabi, and Homa via pinfall. Then we get the second pre-show match with Tenzan, Kojima, Master Wato versus El Desperado, Kanemaru, Takamishinuku in another six-man tag team match. And The winner of that match was Takagi. Whoa, no, wait. I'm moving. That was another bouch. The winner of
that
that match was Tenzan Kojima and Master Wato via submission.
was a good one.
Then because well, yeah, I also remember because Master Wato was just impressing the hell out of. I remember, him being in that battle royal in the first night, and then going into this one. Like I'm gonna say it, Al. I'm gonna predict it, Al. I'm gonna make Master Wato one of my top contenders for the G1
Oh yeah,
because it seems like that's kind of where they're going in a way. I don't
yeah.
know. I'm just gonna put it out there. For me, it's either Master Wato or Taichi.
We definitely will see
So
later this year.
yeah. So we get the third pre-show match. We got Takagi, Takahashi, and Bushi versus Zack Sabre Jr., Taichi, and Doki in another six-man tag team match. And the winners of that one was Takagi, Takahashi, and Bushi via pinfall. So yeah, those three pre-show matches
Oh
were
yeah.
really good. And again, these six man they usually preview stuff. So who knows what's gonna happen within the long run of 2022. Some of that
Yeah.
stuff some of those stuff is gonna start to unfold as we go on.
Oh
So
yeah.
now we're gonna get into night two of Wrestle Kingdom. We got the first match. It was a triple threat match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. We got Robbie Eagle and Tiger Mask, who are the champions, versus El Fantasmo, Ishimori, and why am I saying and? It's El Fantasmo and Ishimori versus the Mega Coaches
Yeah.
Taguchi and Rocky Romero. I keep stumbling on all this stuff. I keep vouching because man, all these Japanese names are freaking hard.
Yeah.
But I'm getting there. We're learning. We're learning. So once again, it was Robbie Eagle, Tiger Mask. They are the champions versus El Fantasmo, Ishimori, which is the Bullet Club, versus Taguchi and Rocky Romero, who are called the Mega Coaches. And I remember that match being awesome.
Oh yeah.
And the winners of that match are still your IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. That was Robbie Eagle and Tiger Mask. They won via submission. Second match we get into is Starlight Kid and Mayu Iwatani versus Saya Kamitani and Tom Nakano. And I
This
think this
is
is
a
the
female match.
yeah, I was gonna say this is the female match. And
That
this
was really good. All four of them really impressed me. I was like, oh shit.
and this was if I think this was also the first time that we're getting a
Yeah.
women's match in a Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
So it's already historic as it is that we're getting a
Yeah.
first ever women's match. And yeah, you're right. They blew the roof down. They probably
Yeah.
blew the roof down more than the guys did too.
Yeah.
Because they really did a bunch of stuff, man.
That was awesome, dude. That was honestly to me, that was one of, as far as tag teams go, that was the match of the night.
Yeah, definitely. I would
On
agree.
both nights.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was
And
fucking good.
and the winner of that one was Kamitani and Nakano, and they won by pinfall. Yeah, I definitely want to see more of that. I think there were
Oh
I
yeah.
forgot what the division was called, Star something, right, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was really good. So into the third match, going back to night one with that whole that pre-show battle royal for the King of Pro Wrestling 2022 Provisional
Yeah.
Championship. This is the third match. It's the Fatal Four Way. We got Yano versus Chase Owens versus Sema versus Suzuki in a Fatal Four Way, and it was really really good.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought too, and obviously the winner of this one is Suzuki.
Oh yeah,
Suzuki
cause
actually wins
Suzuki's
one.
a shit.
Suzuki's like the
Yeah,
he's like the toughest one there, man.
he is.
He's the toughest. The fourth match we get Evo Show Takahashi um versus Goto Yoshihashi and Yo
Yo,
with
go and yo.
Tomohiro Ishii, and this is for the never open weight 6-man tag team championships.
Those
So
are
what?
fun match.
But it's kind of crazy though if you think about it because
Yeah,
Goto and Yoshihashi are already IWGP heavyweight tag team
yeah,
champions, and here they are getting another title
yeah,
opportunity. So it's pretty cool, and also I think it's cool that you have 6-man tag team belts. Yeah, that's pretty cool
yeah,
because I mean they do 6-mans a lot, so but they also have
yeah,
titles for it. Um, so this is basically a House of Torture, which is Evil and Takahashi versus Chaos. The Chaos faction,
yeah,
which is Goto, Yoshihashi, and Tomohiro Ishii. And then it's funny because now we have with the AEW guys and the best friends and all them, they're all part of Chaos
yeah,
now too. So it's gonna be interesting to see how things unfold,
yeah. Definitely.
uh, for sure. And still, your never open weight 6-man tag team champions is the House of Torture. So they get it in. Now we go to halftime. It's
Halftime.
time to disinfect the ring.
Disinfect the ring, clean it up, and everything.
Um, Not only that, Al, during this time that they're disinfecting the ring, this is where we get um the Noah guys.
Oh
They
yeah.
invade and they come in with Japanese Goldberg and Japanese Sonata and Japanese Noah Bushi and
All in one.
all in one. Uh, I don't know if that's a little bit racist on my end,
Bad
but
Rob.
yes, we're finally getting a preview here of this Noah wrestling promotion. They're invading WrestleKingdom. They're invading New Japan. So we get a conflict there. We
Yeah.
get the promo between Noah and the promo between Team New Japan versus Team Noah. That's gonna happen in night three.
Mhm.
And I gotta say, I was pretty impressed with the Noah
Oh yeah.
guys. There was a lot of guys where I
Good
was just
ones.
like, who the hell are these dudes?
Yeah.
Like they look just as tough, as the New Japan guys. But although I must say, the New Japan guys obviously do look a little more polished. Like this
Yeah.
is almost like, to me it was almost like if like NXT is like invading the main rosters or something of Raw and
Yeah.
SmackDown or something like that. So that's basically what it was
Yeah.
and what it's gonna become for night three. So it's pretty cool. So then we get into our fifth match, which I thought was awesome. We got the Cold Skull Snada versus the Great Okan.
That was good.
Yeah, and especially like with Khan's entrance. I love Khan's entrance.
Yeah.
His whole entrance is just nuts, man. I'm just surprised that Snada's not doing his or did he do it in this one? I don't think he did. What's that? Remember that move he used to get you in where he put you like in this pretzel type of thing?
Yeah.
You couldn't get out of it. And
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called, but anyways,
Me
like
too.
he didn't do it.
Surprise.
That was the one I was waiting for. Yeah, for sure. Um, Surprisingly enough, Khan being the bigger guy loses. So Sonata wins this one.
I think Sonata definitely did deserve that win. He's
Oh
getting
yeah.
up there.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be a big contender too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised he's kind of not yet. I mean,
Yeah.
surprisingly enough, it's evil, but I do understand why too because I mean, if you're looking at Evil's character and everything the guy's
Yeah,
doing, I mean, I would go with Evil first too.
yeah. He
I
was
mean,
just a fucking awesome.
No disrespect to Sonata at all, but like
Yeah,
Evil just has the personality. He has everything, man.
Eve was just gold.
Yeah, Evil's great. So we get into our sixth match: Naito versus Jeff Cobb. What do you think of that match, Al? That was.
That was great.
I mean,
And for me, my favorite in Japan has to be Naito. He's just freaking awesome. His music's awesome. His character's awesome. He's awesome.
and not to mention you with your obsession of Yakuza. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess he's right up there for you.
right.
I mean, coming out looking like a character from Yakuza.
He's on it too. He's on part six.
Hey, not to mention though, I mean, hidden secret though, but the Yakuza they kind of do run a little bit of stuff in New Japan, from what I
Yeah.
hear.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, I mean, there's some big kingpins that are behind the scenes there that this goes back with the political stuff and all that stuff. They run
Yeah.
certain divisions too, so you're not far off from there.
Interesting. Yeah.
I remember the Green Arrow facing the Yakuza in some of those episodes too.
Yeah.
He also actually he joined the Yakuza.
He joined the mafia
No,
in
he.
Russia.
Oh yeah. That's right. You're right.
Yeah, it was the mafia in Russia
Right.
where he faked his death for 5 years, trying to say he was stranded on a freaking island, which really he got off the fucking island and went to Russia and China and
Yeah, he did all that.
eventually back home for a minute, but no one knew it was him.
He became part of. He became part of all those gangs.
Yeah,
um. Yeah, this match was freaking brutal.
yeah.
And especially anytime you get someone like Cobb, who is just a powerhouse.
Mhm.
Yeah. Overall, the match was great, man. But your man, because I think
Naito wins.
I was going for Cobb, and you were going for Naito. Naito wins in this one,
Naito
picks up the
wins.
win. He connects with a move called the Valentina, and Naito then plants Cobb with the Destino. Got to do Kevin
Yeah.
Kelly there to pick up the win for the victory.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, and for that, and for those that always wondered, that watched it in '98, where Kevin Kelly went, he's a commentator for New Japan.
Yeah, Kevin Kelly is great, and like
he's been, he's come a
I
long
can't,
way.
I also can't imagine anybody else voicing it too
Yeah,
as part of the English commentated thing. And
he's the
like I said,
voice of New Japan. Well, the English one.
he's man, he's just dude, he's epic.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. He's come a long way. He really has. He knows his shit too.
He's a legend, and I
Yeah,
would put him up there now with Jr. the King. I would
yeah,
put him up there with Shivani
oh yeah.
and Mike Tenay.
He
Yeah, I would.
definitely is
Yeah,
like
he
up
is.
there because
He is.
he's come a long way.
He is, and he's just underrated like that. Like I said,
Yeah,
a lot of people are not gonna know him for that, but yeah, he's awesome.
oh yeah.
So moving forward with the seventh match, we have the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. It's Kenta who's the champion versus Tanahashi.
That match
And
was awesome. It was pretty brutal too.
well,
Tanahashi got extreme.
and it's funny because what you were saying with Tanahashi getting extreme from the previous night with the kendo stick, the match for this night starts off with Kenta giving Tanahashi the kendo stick before the bell
Yeah.
rings. So basically, the match starts off how it kind of ended in the previous night with
Yeah,
kendo sticks.
that's pretty awesome.
So yeah, it was a great match, man.
Oh yeah,
Uh, but we get a new champion. Tanahashi wins the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship.
definitely does deserve it too.
Oh yeah, definitely, and not to mention, I think it was about time that he got something like this too.
Yeah,
And also with the rumors of apparently there's rumors of him maybe coming over to the United States, and that's why he is United States champion right now.
that would
He,
be interesting.
because
That would make sense.
The forbidden door, goes through
Yeah,
that title, especially bridging the gap between Japan and America.
yeah.
So that's gonna be pretty epic. I hope he does.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Now we are on to our main event for night two. We got Okada, who was it? The sixth time champion now,
Yeah,
versus Heel Osprey.
the real champion, the true
Nah,
champion.
come on now. No,
I'm
come
just
on now.
kidding. Yeah,
Come on
I'm
now.
just trying to. I'm just agreeing with Will Osprey. Face Osprey. He's making points. He never lost that belt. You know, he is the rightful real champion, world champion.
I don't know. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here and say that Okada is the real champion. That belt is the real champion, and it's not that WWE diva looking title.
Because heel Okada stole that title from Face Osprey. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I was
Now,
not.
now, now, listen here, Al.
I was not going with the heels calling him.
Listen here, Al. There's only one heel, and that's Heel Osprey. You know, the day that Okada becomes a heel is the day that he never makes it rain money.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, this match was epic. Obviously,
Hmm.
anytime you get Okada and Osprey in there,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, Osprey can like literally wrestle anybody. I mean,
Yeah, you can make anyone look good.
he makes anyone look good. Just dude, he does it so flawless, so
Heck yeah.
flawless. But I think, obviously, I think the shocker of this one is that still your IWGP World Heavyweight Champion is the sixth time reigning defending champion.
IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Okada.
Yeah.
I was gonna do the Brock Lesnar. Doesn't work for Okada.
Yeah. Kazuchika.
Kazuch.
Yeah. Kazuchika.
His name's hard.
Kazuchika. Kazuchika.
Yeah, it's
Something.
Kazuchika
Okada.
Okada.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty
Names are
sure
hard on me.
I'm pretty sure Okada ends it with thank you for coming and see you later.
Yeah.
He's always the one that does that.
Yeah. If it's.
Yeah, yeah, but that one surprised me because I really did think that Hill Osprey was going to get this one for
Yeah.
some reason. But I mean, they're going to go with Okada in this one, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see who may dethrone Okada this time around in 2022.
You'll find out.
Yeah. Um.
It could be Naito next month.
Yeah. Um. Before I get into the night three, I just want to share a little rumor I just saw here where I'm just like, what is this? So apparently CM Punk uh issues a response to Kazuchika Okada.
What?
Yeah, so he basically told Sports Illustrated And he went onto Twitter and basically gave the address to the United Center in Chicago and basically told Okada, you know where to find me.
Ooh, you think Okada's gonna show up?
Well, it says here that Punk and Okada have never wrestled, but there's been speculations on Okada possibly working with AEW. Obviously, we know that. So
Yeah,
yes, there may be there may be a chance we see Okada versus Punk at an All Out or something. Like,
yeah,
oh man, could you just
that'd be
imagine?
awesome.
Could you just imagine? But yeah, he said that he Punk posted that tweet actually when Okada uh, beat Shingo on night one. So after Okada won, Punk I guess probably was watching it and went on Twitter and basically called out Okada.
And Punk
That's
versus Okada would be pretty
I
epic.
know I do love that fact, but come on, we all know what we want. We need
Okada,
GTS versus GTS. I'm sorry.
yeah,
We need
Kenta,
CM Punk versus Kenta. Kenta is the originator of the move that Punk is doing right now.
yeah.
Let's just make this clear because a lot of people want to say that Punk invented this move. This is wrong. Kenta is the one that invented this move. CM
That's
Punk,
like saying Ric Flair invented the Nature Boy gimmick.
and he did not.
Exactly, it was Buddy Rogers,
Exactly.
the Nature
The
Boy, Buddy Rogers.
what I'm saying, but here is Kenta invented it, but obviously Punk made it famous.
Yeah.
So, all right, Al, we're getting down to the nitty gritty of this thing.
Night 3. New
Night
Japan Pro Wrestling versus Noah.
3, which is going to be hard for me to pronounce all these new upcoming Noah names, so I'm just going to say
Yeah.
Japanese Goldberg. And
All racist and shit.
all right, so this one was not in the Tokyo Dome. It was not held in Tokyo, Japan. This was in Yokohama Arena in Kanagawa, Japan. The first match was Team NJPW, and this was a big 10-man tag team match.
Yeah.
So we got Team NJPW, Tomohiro Ishii, Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi, Ryosuke Taguchi, and Master Wato versus Team Noah, these are going to be the harder names. Harada, Ohara, Inaba,
Ohuo. Ohuo.
Inamura, and and Noah's Kinya Okada. They had their own Okada. It's not Kazuchika, it's Kinya.
Kazuchika. Kazuchika.
Kazuchika. This one is Kinya Okada.
Yeah, that's crazy. The same name.
But everyone on Noah has this like da Hirada, Ohara,
Yeah.
Inaba, Inamura, and
They have the
Okada.
ah.
Uh, I know. Well, yeah. If you look at it, while NJPW has a lot of like Ishi,
Yeah.
Hiroki, Yoshi, Hashi,
Yeah.
Taguchi, Takagi, Takahashi. The list goes on.
Tetsuya Naito or something like that. Yeah.
Naito doesn't have an E.
I know. Naiti.
Naitoi.
Naitoi.
So the winner of this one obviously was Team NJPW for this one. The
Mark
second
that
match,
one for New Japan.
one for New Japan. Second match we get, and this is a singles match. Team representing NJPW, Show versus Noah's Atsushi Kotugi. And at the beginning of this match, Show was already playing mind games
Yeah.
with this thing. So yeah, Show is great.
Oh yeah.
And the winner of this one, where is it? Did I miss it? The winner of this one is Show. So we got NJPW 2-0.
2-0.
Third match, we get Team NJPW Ishimori and Gito versus Team Noah Hayata and Yoshiwaka. And that one goes to Team Noah.
Ah, 2-1.
2-1. Team Noah here. 2-1. So basically, with this whole Wrestle Kingdom 3, it's almost like Japanese Survivor Series right now.
Yeah.
So I still think it's cool, man. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope they do this
Again.
traditionally annually. I hope we get
Yeah.
it next year and the women's match too.
Yeah.
So hopefully. On to the fourth match. We get Team NJPW, El Desperado and Doki versus Team Noah, Yohei
Yo
and
hey.
Yohei. That's his name.
Yo
Yo,
hey.
hey, hey,
Yo
yo,
hey. Hey.
no, yo,
Yo.
hey,
Hey.
hey, yo. No, what's your name? Yo, hey, hey, yo.
Hey yo. No, it's yo hey. Hey yo.
Survey says.
One
So
more for the good guys.
Yo,
Or
hey,
bad guys.
yo, hey, and Nasawa Rongai. Rongai. The winners of this one was Survey says. The winners are El Desperado and Doki. Hey yo.
Hey yo.
So,
Hmm.
uh, Team NJPW is on the winning streak here.
3-0.
What 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1.
Fifth match. Team NJPW. We get Suzuki, Taichi, Takamishinuku versus Team Noah. Which is weird because on Team Noah we got Toro Yano with Sakuraba and Sugura in a six-man tag team match. So Suzuki Gun, check this out. It's Suzuki Gun versus Zagura Gun. So another faction match. And the winner to that one is Team Noah. So
So
now
that's
we
three to
are
two.
3-2. And now we're on to halftime.
Halftime.
This halftime is brought to you by Rob Talk.
What is
Murphy
that? Your
Kingdom.
spin off to Robbers War?
We shall see. We shall see. On to the sixth match. We get Team NJPW. Well, yeah, representing NJPW is not really a team, but it's still a team, I guess you could say. Evil versus who's representing Noah, Go Shiozaki, and Masa Kitamiya. Yeah, it was a tag team match. I was like reading it weird, like okay. So it's Team NJPW Evil and Dick Togo versus Team Noah Go Shiozaki and Masa Kitamiya. So the House of Torture versus Team Noah, basically.
Yeah.
And the winners to that one is Team Noah. So now we are 3-3 right here.
3-3.
3-3. The seventh match we got Team NJPW once again. Zack Saber Jr. and Yoshinobu Kanemaru versus Team Noah, Naomichi Marufuji, and Yoshinari Ogawa. Pretty cool name.
Yeah.
And the winner of that one is Team Noah.
So what is that? 3 to 4?
3-4 now.
Oh,
Shoo, man, brother. Jeez. On to the eighth
the
match.
the
It's a.
main event.
I don't think it is the main event yet.
The eighth match.
The man, how long does this go? The ninth match is the main event.
Oh,
So those nine
I
matches this
botched
time.
it.
Oh no, but it's still because night one and night two both had 8 matches. This time,
Yeah,
for some reason, there was one more extra, I guess.
yeah.
So 3-4 we're at, right? So eighth match. This is a 10-man tag team match. It's Team NJPW, Takagi, Naito, Snada, Takahashi, and Bushi, which is basically Zay like J, versus Noah's Nakajima, Kinoa, Soya, Tadazuki, and Alicia. Hmm. And the winners of that one is Team NJPW.
4 to 4.
So we got 4-4. This ninth match is to determine who is gonna win, Team NJPW or Team Noah. So the ninth match is our headliner main event. It's Team NJPW, obviously, with Kazuchika Okada versus Tanahashi. Versus Tanahashi. What the hell? I am vouching again. Okada and
Hey.
Tanahashi versus Japanese Goldberg, Muda, and Kiyomiya. Kiyu Kiyomiya. There you go. That's Kiyomiya. Kiyomiya.
That was a fun match.
Yeah, that was an epic match, and well, we know who wins there. Okada and
And
Tanahashi.
Tanahashi.
So at the end of the day,
New
Team
Japan won
NJPW wins.
5 to 4.
Yep.
This match was the tiebreaker.
And it was a good match, but it wasn't. It could have been better. I feel
Yeah.
like it was all right. Like the way Okada,
It's still weird to me because I don't know none of the Noah guys, but I still tuned in to watch.
I mean, that's
Or
the
we still
beauty of
tuned
this
in
thing.
to watch.
I think that's the beauty of this thing. This is this, for upcoming episodes. This is what we're going to be getting into. We're going to be
Yeah.
rediscovering, discovering, learning, relearning, all these type of stuff. All this stuff because there's so much wrestling out there, and then obviously with the Game Changer Wrestling GCW being how they are, it's going to be epic, man.
Oh yeah.
So overall, Al, what do you think of these 3 nights of Wrestle Kingdom?
I enjoyed night 2.
Yeah, yeah,
The women's match was just phenomenal.
and night one did build up pretty good.
Yeah. It was a build up. The pre-show. The
Yeah,
build up, and they both delivered.
yeah,
So did night 3 make you want to check out Noah?
yes, but I really won't even. I don't even know don't even know where to like watch it at.
Yeah. Well, Rob knows all, so Rob will figure it out.
I guess so. I guess we will figure this out. But yeah, like I said, within the upcoming future episodes that we have a bunch of stuff to cover with. Like I said, we got Game
Yeah.
Changer Wrestling who's making big impact. We now got MLW who is doing something with It's basically like Lucha Underground, except now it's called Azteca Underground. So it's now called MLW Azteca, and they've been fighting in Mexico
Ooh,
at different, just different locations, which is pretty cool. Now we got that. We got obviously I said GCW Game Changer Wrestling. We got MLW Azteca. We now have NWA Power back. Within not only that, we also have a new show called NWA USA, and so that's
interesting.
featuring a bunch of upcomer stuff too. So just
Yeah.
a lot of
Oh
wrestling
yeah.
all across the board.
Oh yeah. Everything's coming, and tomorrow night we have the Royal Rumble, which is on a Saturday, which is weird. It's
Which,
gonna be Sundays.
if you're hearing this, we don't know when this episode is gonna be
Yeah.
released. So excuse Bouch Owl there because we don't really know when this is gonna be released. But
Yeah.
by
But
then,
I was
the Rumble
saying
should already
tomorrow
will happen.
is the Royal Rumble. That's what I was trying to say. Tomorrow is the Royal Rumble, which is usually on Sunday, but it's on a Saturday, which is weird.
So if we're to release this, who knows when? What he's
Couple
trying to
weeks.
say is that tomorrow is Saturday.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to tell you. We don't really
I
know here
know.
because we don't really know when this
I was
episode's
just
going to be
saying the
released.
Rumble is on a
So,
Saturday, which is normally on Sunday.
but you said tomorrow, and the people are not going to be like, okay, if this is released a certain day, tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is you don't.
Oh
So,
yeah.
with that being said, you got to excuse out here because he's still new to this podcast formality and giving away podcast secrets behind the scene crap here.
Maybe it's
It's
his
okay.
vodka.
It's okay.
Vodka Fox
Every,
I've been drinking.
everything is raw. We'll get him. We'll get him professionally on hand here. We
I'm just losing my mind.
excuse his tweets and his messages that you hear throughout this whole damn thing. We'll make sure he silences his phone the next time. We'll get this shit together. This is the problem here. We're working on
Yeah,
it. Everything
working
is
on
raw.
it.
So with that being said, before we close this off, I mean, how do you think the Royal Rumble is going to be? I mean, there's a lot of rumors. I mean, speaking of Hill Osprey, there's a rumor out there that he may enter this Rumble here.
That'll be interesting. Like it's like I said, the Aurora Rumble is a perfect time to open up the forbidden door.
Yeah,
Kick that son of a bitch open and send an invitation to all companies. That's the best time to do it.
well, it's
Perfect
also fun.
opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. And with that being said, uh, WWE has also announced three more competitors to the men's Royal Rumble, which will be Ricochet, the Intercontinental Champion Nakamura, and Rick Boogs. So that means there are now five
Spots
spots
left.
remaining. So who could be those five? Is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Who could be
Maybe
those five?
someone from AEW. We don't know. That's even going to happen.
I
But
mean, that's.
honestly, I doubt it.
I mean, like obviously with the big reveal with the Knockouts champion, Impact's Knockout
Yeah.
champion, Mickey James being in the Royal Rumble women's match. Obviously, there's
Anything's
a lot of
possible.
people. Yeah, a lot of people thinking like, "Oh, okay, anything is possible," and you can throw out all
Yeah.
kinds of names in there. I wish I could see Okada, Tana. I wish I could see
Yeah.
all of these, but I don't think we are.
Yeah.
I honestly
Yeah.
don't think we're gonna. We're probably gonna get someone like Hornswoggle, or
Yeah.
we're gonna get the Boogeyman.
Yeah.
We're
Probably
not
a
gonna
Kurt
get
Angle
anybody
or
we
something.
freaking we're not gonna get anybody we think it may be
Yeah. We're not, the
because
only
some
ones we're gonna get are probably the ones that are not under contract with nobody right now.
but it will surprise me. It will surprise me if something like that
Yeah.
happens. I'm gonna put this out there. I think I think we might see Brian Cage.
That would be interesting
I mean, think about it. I just thought that about that right now because I mean, if he's not doing anything right now,
with AEW
unless they're
now.
working on something,
Yeah.
still I don't know. So it begs the question, like that would be the shocker. I think. I think the shocker would be if you had somebody who's been like an AEW original or who started there first shifting over to WWE, like,
Yeah,
someone that's big though. Because you had someone like Carmelo Hayes, who is was, I think he still is, the North American champion in this new NXT 2.0 thing.
yeah,
A lot of people didn't know who Carmelo Hayes was, but he was in on AEW Dark, and he was doing AEW, stuff over there, but on on YouTube stuff or whatever. But and all of a sudden he becomes this bona fide star for NXT 2.0. So I mean, anything's
yeah.
possible, man.
Oh yeah.
Anything really is possible.
Anything is possible in the
But
world of
yeah,
wrestling.
so basically, Al, the updated announced listing for the men's Rumble now looks like this: Ricochet, Nakamura, Bogues, Johnny Knoxville, which I think is, I mean, I guess you can, I guess he's okay because he does jackass stuff. So this is
Yeah.
it's pretty messed up. You're going in there to do this. So
Mhm.
I mean, whatever works. Johnny Knoxville, Austin Theory, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, Sheamus, the United States Champion Damian Priest, AJ Styles, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Sami Zayn, Madcap Moss, which I freaking hate his name, Happy Baron Corbin, which is stupid, Kevin Owens, almost. There's that damn thing again going off. Almost. Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, Randy Orton, Riddle, Raw Tag Team Champion Otis, Raw Tag Team Champions Chad Gable, and Ricochet.
Oh yeah.
So that's going to be interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So on the,
We'll find out.
yep. And on the women's side, we only have 8 spots open.
Do we see Trish?
I don't know. I mean, we got Banks, Flair, Baszler, Alea, Natalia, Shotzi, Ripley, Nikki Ash. We have Nikki and Brie Bella. Michelle McCool is in there. Dana Brooke, Carmella, Selena Vega. Obviously, we already said Impact's Knockout Champion Mickey James is in this. Tamina Snuka, Kelly Kelly, Summer Rae, Naomi, Hall of Famer Lita, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, and Sasha Banks. Which, well, I already said that, but
Yeah.
I guess Sasha Banks was recently announced, I guess,
Yeah.
to it. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna see what happens there.
8 spots left.
8 spots left on top of the matches that we're gonna get for the WWE title. Bobby
Yeah.
Lashley versus Brock Lesnar, which is a match we've been wanting to see for probably 2 or 3 years
Yeah.
now. We're
Yeah.
finally gonna get to see. Then we got the WWE Universal Title
Mm.
match: Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Another big one, I feel,
Yeah.
because I mean, this is you're talking about the modern Rock versus Stone Cold in my eyes.
Yeah.
That's what Rollins
And
Reigns is right now.
and I like to add that apparently on SmackDown, Seth Rollins named John Mox
Mm.
from Moxley. He
Not
didn't
and
call him Ambrose. He called him Mox of what
makes
he's going by now.
makes us wonder, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Apparently that was scripted. That was planned.
s- s- so with that being said, they're planting a seed in there somewhere. So I mean, all I
Could.
know is in those 5 spots, if he does come out and we hear "Wow Thing," because what other song are you gonna come out? He's gonna come out to his old Dean Ambrose song? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Dude, if that would have played, the whole arena would erupt.
Like bigger than ever, I would feel, because
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be like, no one's gonna put, not even us viewing it, are gonna put it to context. Like this is really happening, you know?
Yeah. Another thought, apparently on AEW Dynamite a couple weeks ago, the crowd started chanting Royal Rumble to Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, but of course they're gonna be doing that.
Because
But we'll see, I
they
guess.
want him out of there.
We'll see. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I know who the last 5 is. I know who's number 30. It's gonna be the Khan, Tony Khan. He's coming to. He's gonna get in there.
Do you know who's gonna win the Royal Rumble, Rob?
Yes, Johnny Knoxville.
Paige just told me she's gonna win the Royal Rumble. This dog just told me she's gonna win it. See that? She's ready.
and
I'm
for
winning it too, girl.
and for the ones that are listening to audio, it's his dog Paige.
Yeah. Crazy puppy.
But yeah, we also got the tag team champions that are banned from this match too. The Usos are banned from this match.
Ooh.
So then we also have the Raw Women's Title match, Dewdrop, which is a stupid name again,
Mm-hmm.
versus Becky Lynch. And then we got a mixed tag team match with Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Miz and Maurice. Yeah,
Gonna
man.
be
So I think
interesting.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. I'll probably have to check it out the day after it's aired because I have a show going on that day.
So with that being said, who do you just off the top of your head, who do you think may win it?
I don't know. I haven't kept up with the WWE in a while, so it's hard for
Well,
me to
I mean me neither. But I mean,
pinpoint.
you could throw something out there.
I don't know. Maybe Big E, since that's the rumor.
Yeah, that is the rumor, but I don't like going with rumors. We're going with what we're trying to do something unique here, Al. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say AJ Styles.
That would be good. AJ Styles
Yeah,
definitely.
I think I'm gonna go with AJ. And if not
Finn Balor
AJ,
should win it too. He should, but
he
obviously they're not
should.
gonna
But with
let
the
him.
way things are going, it may be Austin Theory.
Yeah. I actually wouldn't mind that though. Help him.
It would help him, and it seems like well, you said you haven't been really recently keeping up, but from what I saw, is that they've been having these backstage skits where they're showing Mr. McMahon on screen, like as Mr. McMahon, like mentoring Austin Theory.
Hmm.
Like he's pretty much has already deemed them the chosen one, and we know what happens when somebody's deemed the chosen one. Hint, hint. Drew McIntyre.
They get fired like a couple days after. Yeah.
Okay, okay, Al. I wasn't gonna go that route, Al. Okay, I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna go. He's gonna get fired. He's gonna go make a name for himself. He's gonna come back and he's gonna become WWE champion. I wasn't going
Yeah.
there, Al. This is the difference between Austin Theory and Drew McIntyre. Austin Theory already has came from a popular indies promotion called Evolve, so he's already
Yeah.
done that. He doesn't have to do that. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Dang it, Al.
Austin Sherry, see, Theory, sorry, Bosh. The Royal Rumble is also a good place for someone to make a name for themselves during the actual
I just
match.
want to see someone out of the ordinary win it, but I don't, like you said,
Yeah.
it may be somebody like, like Biggie or not that that's bad or anything, but I just hope it's somebody who we're just gonna be like, holy shit, I didn't expect that,
Yeah.
like just someone random, Owens, Ricochet. I doubt Ricochet, but you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like somebody, man, it'd be
Yeah.
cool, it'd be cool.
Someone
Um,
out of the ordinary, someone you wouldn't expect.
and as far as the women's. That's gonna be oh man! Did I say Summer Rae's in this one too? Summer Rae? The
Yeah.
hell?
Apparently they
Crazy.
called her a legend.
Nice. Well, I mean she
Yeah.
is. She is. For the women's one, I don't know. I think it's obvious that it may be Liv Morgan,
Yeah.
but I want Rhea Ripley to win it. Just like Rhea Ripley.
I'm calling it now. I think Bailey's gonna appear. She's been out for a
Ooh,
while.
you think she'll be one of the eight participants?
I think so. I'm calling it now.
I just
If I
hate.
end up being wrong, I don't know. Maybe our
I just hate that there's eight. Like
Yeah.
there's 8 spots open for that, but there's only 5 spots for the guys. Like we're more looking at it like there should be 8 for the guys and 5 for
Yeah.
the women. Not no disrespect, but like come on now.
They're gonna put some NXT people in there probably.
Well, they haven't. Yeah, well they didn't. They didn't announce any of the NXT guys.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna put Braun Breaker in there as part of one of those 5.
Yeah. Probably will be one of those five. Maybe Champa too. Champa, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah. Which when he probably goes into the main roster, they're gonna take away Tommaso. They're just gonna call him
Yeah.
Champa.
Yeah.
They're
Or
gonna call him,
Vince is just gonna change his name to just Champa because he's weird.
and then he's just gonna change it, and then he's gonna even change it like he did from Walter to Gunther, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be Champa to Chomper. It's gonna be Chomper, Tommaso Chomper. Damn Al never gives me any feedback with this audio stuff. He's learning, man. He's learning.
Yeah.
We
Tommaso
can't have
Ciampa.
silence in these things, Al. We have
Sorry, blame
video,
the dog.
but we also have audio, Al.
Yeah,
Got to get
blame
it
the
together.
dog. She distracted me.
And for the ones that are on audio, they're gonna be like, "What dog? We don't see this."
Yeah.
Anyways, it's been real.
Yeah.
There's our review. I don't necessarily know if it was a review, but more of the results of NJPW Wrestle Kingdom 16, all 3 nights. And
Y'all should watch all 3 nights.
you
Watch
should
them.
really watch them. And I think the Rumble is going to be great. I think there should be some surprises. I don't know if there's going to be like super huge surprises, but there may be some nonetheless.
Yeah.
So hopefully within the next episode or so, we could cover what happens at the Rumble.
hmm We'll
Cause,
explain what happens and even the history of it.
cause now that we've shifted from Murphy Kingdom, we are now on to the road to Murphy Mania.
Mania. Murphy Mania. On the road.
So with that being said, Robbie Rumble is coming around the corner. We may have a few surprises for you. You need to stick around, check it out. We will not reveal what they are, but they are coming. Anything else you'd like to say, Al?
Nope, I'm good.
He is good. We are good. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, repeat. Like, subscribe, comment, repeat to the Rob is Ward channels. Just search for it. It's on iTunes, it's on YouTube, it's on Spotify. Just make sure you check it out. We don't necessarily have a planned schedule. We just do whatever the fuck we want because this
It's
is Rob is
raw.
War and it's raw. So with
Yeah.
that being said, make sure you uh check it in, check us out. Check you later.
Later.